is going to go a long way to helping the Falcons hopefully get over the nightmare of last year's Super Bowl. Oh, boy. Not going to stay on that. Before we went to the break, man, we were doing entertainment, talking about entertainment. I neglected to mention that today, March 17th, is National National Corned Beef and Cabbage Day. I like corned beef hash. We get it in the can, and they have the corned beef and the little potatoes in it. I forgot what they call it. And when I was growing up, my mother used to spread that over grits. A lot of y'all may not know anything about that. That might be a low country thing. So when I was growing up, my mother would spread corned beef hash over grits, and so that we'd have that as a breakfast. She also put salmon. We also ate salmon and grits. We ate fish and grits a lot growing up, period. But one thing in particular, she used to get the little pink Q salmon in a can and kind of like stew that, spread that over grits. You talking about some good eating? Yeah. So today is National Corned Beef and Cabbage Day and also St. Patrick's Day. So when me and the baby girl got in the car this morning, I took her to school, they said something on the radio about today being St. Patrick's Day. I had no clue. You remember back when you were in school, back in the day, the two major days for fights were, one, the last day of school, and the second day that you had a lot of fights, a lot of scuffles, skirmishes, was St. Patrick's Day. If somebody didn't play that pinching you don't got on green shit. Pinch me, all right. I wish a motherfucker would pinch me. Right. Those were the two major fight days in elementary school and middle school. Last day of school, for obvious reasons. And I've told the story about this dude, Robbie, that I had a run-in with. And then St. Patrick's Day. And so my daughter said, oh, man, I don't have no green on. I was like, you want to go in the house and get some green? She was like, nah, I'm good. My baby girl a boss like that, I guess. I was like, you sure you don't want to go run in the house and get some green? They're not going to pinch you? She was like, nah, I'm good, Daddy. I'm good. Yeah. Let me read some messages in the chat room on Spreaker.com. Let me read some messages from my man, Uncle Mike. He says, do y'all eat pastrami in the South? I can't find pastrami now or nowhere in Houston. I don't eat pastrami. I don't eat pork at all anyway. And before I stopped eating pork, I didn't eat pastrami, which I think I know what pastrami is, some type of pork, cold cut type thing. Nah, I don't eat pastrami, bruh. Why'd you bring up pastrami? From KC, dudes shouldn't be pinching dudes, period. I agree. But when you in middle school and elementary school, I mean, that's what went down. From Bootsy, I didn't mind it when a girl pinched me. Do it again, you freak. From Sidney Jackson, in my high school, every time they served fried chickens, ninjas would get to fighting. What? From WOD504, says, bro, I got in the best shape of my life when I worked out of town for 6 months. Just workout in gym, no junk food in the house. Now I be in all the pantries eating fruity snacks and fishes and juice boxes. My kids is to blame for me not getting back into shape. Yeah, I saw somebody mention in the chat room, it's tough, man, when everybody in the house is eating real food and you eating crappy diet food. Thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
It's Truck D.
Truck D, what's up, baby? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, man?
I'm good. What you got for us, brother?
Man, we need to get back on this cartoon bracket, man. And got a little, I don't know if it's a mix up or a misunderstanding. I've been asking you all day, how you leave Speed Race off the bracket?
Oh, you know what? Let me think.
Or was you missing Speed Buggy? Was you mixing Speed Buggy up with Speed Racer?
No, I wouldn't confuse the two. I know what Speed Racer is. Speed Racer and Speed Buggy are two different things. You know what? I think we just forgot about Speed Racer.
How can you forget about the great Speed Racer, man? Are you kidding me?
Hey, bro, look here. Let me tell you something. To put this thing together probably took about 3 hours. There's another part of it that we're going to put out on Monday that actually has the winners advancing. It's like this nice, tidy-looking little bracket or whatever with this cartoon theme to it. So we put in a lot of work, man. There's been literally hundreds, maybe even thousands of cartoons over the time, man. And for us to miss one, I mean, you got to cut us a break, man. It's a wrap for Speed Racing.
That was a big one. Though. Now, if you had to miss Powder Puffs or something like that, I understood.
Yeah. How did we miss Speed Racer? But you know what it is? The guys that I conferred with, like I mentioned earlier, Waterhead is a greenhorn.
They probably ain't watch Speed. Yeah,
right.
They probably ain't watch Speed Racer.
They don't remember Speed Racer. Speed Racer been off TV for probably 30 years. So
yeah.
Pole Politicking probably never seen it, and I know Waterhead's never seen it. You right. We forgot about Speed Racer. My bad, bruh, but they ass out. Maybe next year.
That's what's up. That's all I wanted to get my gripe out, man. I've been putting in the chat all day. I guess you was missing it, but it's all good.
Hey, that's what's up. Truck D, appreciate it, brother.
And before I go, I got one more thing for you.
Go ahead.
Thundercats, ho!
That's what's up. Thundercats, ho! Oh, boy. When you talk about these cartoons, man, I mean, this is what I do. And I know it's silly, man. What is fun? One thing I like to do around here, I guess a constant theme of this show, man, is I try to reminisce. I mean, I like reminiscing. Seems like y'all like reminiscing, too, as well. I like reminiscing. There's nothing better to reminisce about than Saturday mornings in the 70s. You know, there's nothing better that I can remember. The only thing better about my childhood, as far as a fun thing, may have been like video arcades that came along when I was like in the 8th grade. Right. I'm trying to think. If we were to do a battle of, what was a bigger thing or the thing that was more memorable to you when you were growing up? Was it Saturday morning cartoons in whole, or the advent of arcades in the mall? Man, arcade used to be my damn babysitter. Like, my mother would go to the mall and just drop me and my brother off at the damn arcade. We'd spend the little $5 that she gave us a piece, and for the next 3 hours, we just watch other people play games. Right. From Uncle Mike, it's hard eating chicken broth when my 14-year-old is sitting there with an extra large pizza from Papa John's. I get it. I guess he's talking about that commentary I had earlier about it's tough, you know, trying to eat healthy. It just is. Even for me, man, and I'm a svelte 190 lean meat beef byproduct pounds. It's hard for me because I can imagine for people that struggle with their weight, man. He says it's hard eating chicken broth with my 14-year-old sitting there with an extra large pizza from Papa John's on his lap and a Mountain Dew with his skinny ass. It sounds like you hating on your son, sir. From Clay, we sick bro Davis. Why don't the NFL ask Bama how they kept Lacy in shape? Or now, the Seattle Seahawks, why don't they ask him? From who do we got? Wody 504, next 64 bracket or request at least one Stewie be a part of the committee. Waterhead and them scared to buck against Doug. No! That's not the case. Wait a minute. That's not the case. I mean, I was probably the main consultant because I remember all of them for the last, really the last 20 years. I haven't paid attention to cartoons, 25 years. But, you know, so the cartoons from the 70s and the 80s, I really was the catalyst for most of them. And, you know, some of the newer ones I'm familiar with because my daughters. You know, I've had kids. My oldest daughter's 23 years old now. And so I kind of keep monitoring of what they have on TV and what they watch, so I'm kind of aware of the cartoons, the recent cartoons. But no, this is a group thing. This is a group thing. From Fly Tie, my daddy has me out cutting damn grass on Saturday morning. We cut grass on Saturday morning too, but after the cartoons. Like, so we got up at 7 o'clock in the morning and watched cartoons. Cartoons probably started like 6:30 a.m. And then probably like from 6:30 till about 10 o'clock, we watched cartoons. And then, once we got a certain age, when we were very young, we didn't cut grass. We watched cartoons. When we got probably like in our early teens, 12, 13 years old, then we had to cut grass. It was much less cartoons and more so Soul Train. And I think Fat Albert came on kind of late in the morning as well, so we had to peep back in and watch Fat Albert or something like that. From Uncle Mike, said, my son is fiending for some In-N-Out burgers. They have them all over Dallas, but none in Houston. In-N-Out burgers aren't here on the East Coast. The only place I've had that was in, I think that's in California. That's a Cali thing. From Cedric Galloway, Mike, that's the first thing my kids want as soon as the plane lands. From LD, from the D, just found out the Ninja Doug had 2 damn bracket challenges called the Doug Stewart Show, and I'm in the one with no Stewies I recognize. Ninja's always doing ish. I mentioned that you just got into the chat today, LD, I guess. I mentioned at the top of the show where I had created 2 brackets. The bracket you were supposed to join was the bracket that I posted in the Doug Stewart Show chat group. I inadvertently created a second bracket that I didn't intend for anybody to see, but I guess that posted just like under CBS Sports. And a lot of people joined that. But it's no problem. It's based off a score, so we are keeping track of both brackets. And so we'll recognize at the end of this thing maybe the top 10 scorers. So you're good. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. That's kind of like my fault, but it's not a problem at all. We can keep track of all of the brackets, and we'll just mention when we get to the end of the tournament, we'll mention the top 10 bracket pickers from the Doug Stewart Show and the Stewart Media and Entertainment family. That's what we'll do. Yeah. All right, when we get back from the break, it's time to give out some boiled peanuts. Yeah, it's time to give out some boiled peanuts. So stay tuned for that. Oh, boy. And we'll mention this Steve Kerr Daddy Ball thing quickly, and then we'll jump into the chat room and finish out today's show. All right? Yeah. This cartoon bracket thing, man, this might be the greatest thing ever. We got an upset in the making right now. Still got time to vote. But we have an upset of epic proportion about to happen. It's never happened in college basketball. But as of right now, the number 16 seeded Pink Panther is beating the number 1 ranked, the number 1 seeded Harlem Globetrotters. Yeah, it's very possible we're going to make bracket history. 16-seeded Pink Panther right now has a slight edge over the number 1 seeded Harlem Globetrotters cartoon. Only here on Stewart Media Entertainment. We make history around here. Back in 3 minutes, the Doug Stewart Show. Boiled peanuts coming up next.
When you see that Cadillac coming through on them blades with them Carolina blades, bitch, get out the way. Stepping out with my ice.